You know something? For 20 years, I've been loyal, faithful, dedicated, and respectful. And for 20 years, I have been doing my very best to be the very best that I can be. And you know what? When you're Mr. Blazin, it's not all a perfect world. It's not all everything is excellent and wonderful. Because throughout my 23 years that I've been living here on earth, throughout over 20 years, yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I paid for my sins. Yes, I mentioned people's names too many often at times. Yes, I gave kisses to the ladies, give kisses to ladies and women on the cheek. Some felt uncomfortable. Some walked away. Some backed away. And then you get a funny feeling out of that. And for 20 years, I've been up and down the roads. And for 20 years, I have built myself up, built myself down, made enemies, made friends, have great families, have not so great families. But one thing is for certain, I've not lost the anointing of God. One thing is for certain, whether people will admit it or not, will they like me or hate me, whether I never get to kiss another lady on the cheek or woman on the cheek, or whether I give them hugs and kisses on the cheek, whether or not my music transitions worldwide, globally, which it has. One thing is for certain, you gotta respect me. You gotta respect everything that I do. Because over the years, and you can ask anybody in Harlan County and Pike County, if someone's ever got in my way of accomplishing something that I wanted to accomplish, I take them down and I put them to the ground. And there's select few of people that's beat me. And for those select few that has beat me, because it's a very short list, they either went straight to the top and done wonderful, great things, or they sunken down and you never see them except in the departed sea. And speaking of that, you know, it's very funny. Just about everybody that I mention, everybody that I talk about, whether it's good or bad, every little thing that I do, whether it's music or music videos or promos or entertainment or interviews, check this out. 82% of the people that watch my stuff or listen love it very so much. There's a 17 or 20% that's not like my stuff whatsoever. It doesn't matter what I do. And then there's those that give good comments and those that gives bad comments. Now, ever since I got to the University of Pikeville, ever since I stepped into Pikeville, Kentucky, I've had good reviews and bad reviews. But overall, most of them reviews, most of them comments have been excellent, have been great. There's a little bit confusion here and there, a little bit mistakes on my behalf and on others' behalf, but through it all, overall, the production of my work has been tremendous and has taken people to the top, has gotten people recognized that has not got recognized before. But you know, sometimes when you set yourself on the personal goal, sometimes things in life happen. Sometimes people in life get jealous or they try to break you down. When I first stepped into Pikeville, Kentucky in the University of Pikeville, my 3 goals were to win a championship, to find my Miss Amazing, find me a girlfriend, and to be the very best that I could be. But over the 2-year transition, them goals switched around. But now, on April 6th, the Classic Basketball Tournament, 24x4 pickup basketball game. Whoever decides to face me, it's going to be a very long night for them. Because no matter whether you're the janitor, whether you're the basketball player, an athlete, a student, a minister, a preacher, faculty and staff, or whether you a restaurant worker, it doesn't matter. Mr. Blazin will be waiting. And you better lace up your boots, lace up your shoes, lace up your shorts, because it's going to be a very long night for you. However, speaking of long nights, that brings me to my subject. You know, when you do music videos, when you do production work like I myself, sometimes it's those that's close to you. Sometimes it's those that you respect the most that have the problems. Now, over the 2 years, there has only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Overall, there has only been 12 people. There has only been 12 people that's really had problems with my music and videos, problems with my music overall. And that's not bad numbers, because you think about it, faculty and staff, it's probably about 300 or 400. Students at University of Pikeville is about 15 or 1,200 maybe. But overall, only 12 people really had problems with my stuff over the years. Wow, tremendous numbers. But out of those 12, 1, 2, 3, only 3 people have really had problems with my stuff. 3 people. I'm like, wow, that is so amazing. I hope Miss Amazing watches. Wow. Here's the thing. One of those people continues to have problems with my stuff. No matter what I do or what I say, they're not satisfied. But let me talk to you for just a little bit. You see, growing up here at Covington University Pikeville, I came for one purpose. That was to find the best, be with the very best, and challenge the best. And along came Mr. 1000. Mr. 1000, that is you, sir. I got a lot of respect for you. The 27th U-Pike basketball player to ever score over 1,000 points. That is very impressive. Personally, you're an awesome, great brother of mine. I love you, bruh, from the bottom of my heart. You are tremendous. But business-wise, I have a problem with, because you see, when you mix business with personal problems, that comes into effect. Speaking of that, the last time me and you was together was at a ball game. And in that ball game, me and a couple of my friends and teammates, whatever, minding our own business, having a good time. But then you came, Mr. 1000, because you had enough. You said, homie, what did I tell you? What did I tell you earlier about mentioning me in videos and stuff? I don't want a shout out video. I don't want an apology video. What you're doing is unprofessional. Your work is unprofessional. I feel sorry for you, man. Now, you try to deny that. Try to deny that. Try to deny some of those words that you said. Now, you said also, hey, I try to be nice to you, man. I try. I don't want to face you. Now, I respect your answer, but I kept on testing you. And see, here's the thing. I was going to let you go. I was really going to let you go. But when we got outside, here's the kicker part that nobody knows. Because it's blazed in my head for the rest of my life. Did you know what you said? I told you about something about the Lord, whatever. I can't really remember. But then here's the kicker part that nobody says. You say, man, you know, I don't want to hear all that guy stuff, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. That's why I kept on testing you more and more. Go ahead and deny that. I dare you to go ahead and deny that. What you did. You will not, I don't want to hear about that guy stuff. Go ahead and deny it. That's why I tested you. And see, you made it personal ever since that day. So, and then you keep on saying that, hey man, what did I tell you about mentioning me? You haven't learned your lesson. You know what? I haven't learned my lesson. Because when you get mocked so many times, you fight back and you keep on coming back. So, and you can fool some of the people some of the time. But Mr. Blazin, I've been in this way too long. So here's my thing. You say you're going to slap me when you see me. And knowing you maybe, you're probably going to slap me from behind, slap me face to face, hit me face to face, or jump me from behind while I've got my back turned, while I'm heading to class, or while I'm headed to in town, while I'm headed to the gym. You're probably going to say, hey, or probably going to slap me, or slap me like that. But the minute you slap me, the minute you try to hit me, you better hope and pray that I get knocked out. You better hope and pray that I get put in the hospital. Because when I get back up, and I will get back up, there is no stopping Mr. Blazin. Because you'll cross the line then and there. You better hope that I get knocked out. Every punch, I'm going to get back up. Every slap, I'm going to get back up. Every time you say to them, hey, you can't rap, hey, your music sucks, I'm going to rap that much more. I'm going to freestyle that much more. I'm going to talk trash that much more. I'm going to rhyme that much more. I'm going to break it down that much more. Every punch, I get back up. Every slap, I get back up. One step, one punch. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. One step, one punch. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. One step, one punch. Kick, jab, jaw. Kick, punch, jab, jaw. So if you do face me in the classic basketball game, and if you don't, this contract is on the line. Right in here, in this briefcase, is a contract for my Practice Q Radio 97.5 show. Because I guarantee you, somebody's going to be crazy enough to accept this. Somebody's going to be crazy enough to try to take this from me. And it's like taking the holy word from me. When you try to take my holy word, that's it. But the question is, Mr. 1000, do you want to make history and see the matchup of a lifetime? Do you want to make history and let JV players, JV kids have an opportunity to play, whether that be in sports, whether that be in coaching or whatever? Or do you want to be history? Because let's face it, I know the same Mr. 1000 that I saw a year ago is not the same Mr. 1000 right now. Because if it was Mr. 1000 a year ago, he would have accepted the challenge and he would have took me out in the basketball game like a man. No disrespect to you. No disrespect. Like I said, I'm through talking. April 6th, if you don't face me, hey, somebody's going to be crazy enough to face me for this. So on April 6th at the UPOC practice gym, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., will you make history or will you be history?